Hello everybody and welcome to Krista So Crafty. Today I got a bit of a mess going on here. I thought I would bring you along and show you what I'm doing. I have a bunch of these holders for the Scrabble game. I just went and cut them in half, sanded them down. So if you put two of them together, right, that'd be the right size for when you're playing Scrabble. And then I have a bunch of these Scrabble tiles. So what happened was the game I had, I lost some of the pieces, and so can't really play. And I suppose you could have bought more letters, but I didn't. I decided to craft with them. So I have these tiles, I have these little tray thingies, and then I cut the word joy out. And I've got some little decorations and stuff here I'm just kind of playing around with. And all I'm going to do for these ones is just put them together like this. So I'm not even going to use any transfer tape because they're just single letters. So I think it'll be okay. Sorry that my head's cut off, but I thought you might want to see what I'm doing down here. So again, I have these letters. Now these are I cut out from my Cricut. But if you don't have a Cricut, you don't need to worry about it. You can go to the dollar store and buy letters and you can, peel them off and put them on. So all I'm doing, so with these little tiles, I did wipe off the back of them because that's where I'm going to put the letters with some rubbing alcohol. And I'm just going to take this off and place this in the center. Now you could make these any color you want. I just chose black. Red would be really cute. And of course, sparkles are always amazing. I'm just going to put this all in the middle. This is such a quick little craft. And this style here, I'm not even going to paint or anything. I have some other ones over here that I'm going to paint just to mix them up a bit. But I want to just show you how easy this is to just pop these on here like that. And so now I'll show you what I've done here. If I can get my fingers to work. There we go. See? Just like that. And they stick on here really well. I also have my hot glue gun plugged in. And I'm going to use some of this greenery that I have from a wreath. And I'm going to glue it on the side here. And I don't know, I was thinking I might just put some of these little styrofoam balls. These are, oops, stay there. This is vase filler stuff. It's just something I picked up at one of the dollar stores. Oh dear, oh there it is. I was gonna say I lost one. Well, let's just start popping this one together. So let's just put some hot glue here. And we will put this right on the end. So I'm just putting it right close to the edge, like that. And I did take one of these and I cut it in half, and then I folded it in half right here, just to make it a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to take and just put a little bit of hot glue on the back of this. Now this is styrofoam, so you have to be careful, it will melt. I'm just going to pop these on, and I think I'm going to do 3. I have kind of a medium one and 2 smaller ones. So I'm just going to pop those on like this. And like this. Of course, you got glue strings everywhere. See, that's kind of cute. And then I'm going to make sure I spell the word joy correctly. And I'm going to just glue these onto the other side of that. I'm just going to get these glue strings off. There we go. And I want to make sure that the word joy is not hanging over. I want to make sure it's all the way. So I'm going to glue the Y on first. So I need to put some, let's do it on here. Across the bottom and across that little edge there. Stick that on there like that and make sure it's level over here. So I just put the glue in this crevice here. It's hard for you to see, hold on. In this crevice here, and then across here. And that's gonna hold that letter in there just perfectly. So now I can go ahead, whoop, and put the letter O. Just gonna put glue all across the bottom there, and I'm gonna do both of these at the same time. So put the O in there. Make sure you get your letters the right way up. There. And if you have a little bit that spills over, you can just either use your fingernail or an X-Acto knife to trim that out, which I got a little bit over. And then you can just pull that right off, like that. I'm just gonna pull these out. There we go. Isn't that so cute? Now this is a perfect shelf sitter, right? Or if you wanted, you could put a little ribbon on here and hang it. You can have it hang it from a tree. So this one I'm just gonna leave the way it is. It's very cute. And then I'm gonna take these ones here and I'm going to paint them up. I think one will do red, one will do green, and I'm just gonna use Crafter's acrylic paint. This one is Christmas green and deep red. Give them a shake. Put my cap back on my X-Acto knife. And we're just gonna paint these up. So let's clear off some of this. So I was at the dollar store and I was looking around and I found these clear, well, they're almost clear, cutting boards. And I thought, you know what, that would be perfect for working on my desk here. It'll give me a surface to work on that's easily cleaned, because that's always an issue for me is, you know, if you get paint and glue on my desk here, and then it makes it hard to take off. All right, so let's just grab a brush and paint this green. Now you can use whatever color you'd like, absolutely. I just thought, you know, with this being Christmas and all, let's do Christmas colors. You know, what would be really nice too is if you were to just do like a stain on these, because it is wood, so the stain would show through. And of course, I always get paint everywhere when I'm painting. And this is almost empty. There we go. So just put I'm just gonna put one coat of paint on here, and it's not gonna 100% cover it. It's gonna show a little bit of the wood grain through, and I'm okay with that. So get into all the nooks and crannies, and on the ends as well. And the thing is when you're using the Scrabble tiles and the tile holders, you actually get quite a few, especially if you cut them in half. So you could make all of your friends and family an ornament for Christmas. And you don't only just have to put the word joy. You know, you could put, you couldn't put a whole word on there like Christmas, but you could definitely put like Xmas. You could put the word joy, of course. You could put love. I mean, there's lots of choices for you to do. So I'm just getting into all the nooks and crannies here. There we go. Do you like my shirt? Got to get in the Christmas spirit, right? Do you like wearing Christmas shirts, Christmas sweaters, or as most people call them, ugly Christmas sweaters? I don't think they're ugly. I think they're cool. My opinion. But do you like wearing Christmas sweaters? Comment down below. I'd love to hear what everyone likes. So there's the green one. So I'm going to wash my fingers off because I am a messy, messy painter. And I always get paint everywhere. So I'm just going to dab this and give this a wash. And see, this is the beauty of using this cutting mat, is that paint just wiped right off of there. And now I can move on with the red and not worry about the colors transferring. All right, let's get a different brush. This one, and we'll paint this red. Now, again, like I was saying, when you paint this, because it's not, I'm only going to do one coat, you can kind of see the wood grain through there, and I think that looks kind of cool. So make sure that you get down into this groove here. You just want to make sure you get one good solid coat of paint on here. And that's it. Our little things are painted. Now we just need to let them dry, and then we can move on to the next step. I'm also going to put a coat of Mod Podge on these just to help protect that paint. I'm just going to find a little brush. This not only helps to protect the paint on there, but it just kind of gives it a nice little bit of a sheen. Now I'm using a matte Mod Podge, but it still gives it a nice little bit of a, not a sheen, a shimmer, it's just a little bit of a, I don't even know what you want to call it. It just gives it a nice little sheen. And you don't need to have a real thick coat, just a nice thin coat. And then I decided I am going to put some little gems on these ones. So I will show you that as soon as I get this painted on here. The nice part about using the Mod Podge is that it dries clear. And there we go. So now we're just going to let this Mod Podge dry. And when it's dry, we'll come back and we will continue on with this cute little ornament. All right, so these are both dry now, so we can start to decorate them. Let's start with the red one. So I'm going to put the word joy on this one as well. And I think I'm just going to put it in the center, like that. And then I've got some of these gold balls from the vase filler. So I'm going to maybe put one on each side. And then what about taking and putting this along the back? Can you see that? Whoops. So, well, that one just does not want to stay on there. There. Something like that. And then maybe put this across the back. Let's try it. Right? Let's try it. So let's start by hot gluing down the word joy in the center. So I'm just centering it. And I'm going to start by putting the letter O first. And again, I'll put hot glue down in that crevice and across that back piece. And then I'll drop that in there and make sure it's centered. And then I can put these two on. I love doing crafts. I love making ornaments, and of course, I love putting them on Christmas presents. It's just a little way to, you know, jazz up the little present a little bit more. Oops, I forgot to put some on the back there. And this gives them another little ornament to whoever you're giving the present to. So there is that part. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. Where is it going to stick? Down here and up here. Don't need very much for this because it is styrofoam. Now, if you don't have these, you could absolutely use, you know, any type of beads that you have or any type of little ornamental kind of thing that you have. So I'm just going to do that. Get that on there like that. I think that's kind of going to be cute. Oh, and of course these glue strings. So that's where we're at so far. Now, as far as the greenery, I'm just going to measure this out and cut it off so that it just fits across the back of here. I think that'll be okay. So now I'm just going to run a bead of hot glue right here and we'll stick that down. Just like this. Come on, glue. Like this. And then I'm just going to press it into place and hold it. for a few seconds to let the glue adhere. And I think this is going to be cute. And again, just another little way that you can decorate these up. I think that looks so cute. Just floof this out a bit. And there's our second ornament. I think it's kind of cute. And I'm not going to make any of these into hanging ornaments. I'm just going to leave them so that they can be like little shelf sitters like that. So that's 2. So now we have our green one. What are we going to do with this one? I have these little poinsettias. Now, they're quite big, but I think with maybe a little piece of this greenery. So let's cut that off. And yeah, we'll use this part here. And maybe we can put that in there like that. I don't know, I'm just kind of playing around at the moment. So I have this little tiny gold bead from something. I'm going to put that through the center of the flower, I think. Yes, I think that'll be cute. And then I can actually cut these off so that they're not in the way. You know, that little pokey thing on the back of the flowers, this stamp thing. So now I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. I need a glue stick. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in the center of the flower. Now, if you didn't have anything like this, if you had like some gems or anything like that, you could put that in the center of the flower. That would look very pretty. So we'll put that in there and get it to stick just like that. Of course, glue string. And then we can put that onto here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of the flower and then stick that on to the greenery part. I don't want a whole bunch of it showing. I just want, you know, little bits showing. So we'll stick that on there, and then this, we'll put some glue on here, and I'm going to put that on the end of this little wood piece here. I'm just going to mold it so that it will go into the crevice and stick. Oh, I think that's going to be cute. And then we can put our word joy on here. Again, I'm going to start with the letter Y over here. I want to make sure that it's on there even. So we'll stick that on here like that. And push it right over to the edge. And now we can use our O. And the Y, or not the Y, the J. Just like that. I think that's cute. Let me show you all 3 of them. These were a lot of fun to make. They were quick and easy project. You saw how quick they were. I was able to make all 3 of these in a short period of time. And these make great little gifts, either add-ons to Christmas presents, or maybe this is your Christmas present for somebody. And you know what? I'm sure that they would absolutely love it. Thank you again for joining me today on Krista So Crafty. I really appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing to my channel, and click on the bell to receive notification every time I upload a new video. Thank you again for joining me, and happy crafting.